Hey everybody, this is Esther. Welcome to day 27 of Essential Scripture for 30 days. And today we are going to be reading James 1, 5, and 6. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. Have you ever had to ask for something and felt nervous because you didn't know if you were going to get it? Maybe you were asking your parents for permission to go on a special event, or maybe you had to ask a teacher for help with an assignment or extra time to turn something in. The encouraging thing about this verse is that it tells us that when we ask God for wisdom, we can know that not only is He going to give it to us, but He will give generously, and He will give it without ever trying to make us feel bad because we needed to ask for it. Now this second verse, verse 6, used to be a little confusing to me, but now I realize that when it says you must believe and not doubt, it's not so much saying that God's not going to give it to you if you don't believe enough. We've already read in the first verse that God is not finding fault with us. He's not going to give us a hard time about giving us wisdom. What that verse is telling us is what we need to do with the wisdom when we receive it, which is that we need to trust it so that we can act on it. If we keep bouncing back and forth between wisdom that God's given us and other ideas, God's wisdom can't help us. We need to trust it so that we can move forward in light of God's wisdom. And I can tell you guys from my own life that God has always come through when I have asked Him for wisdom. I can't think of a single time in my life that I have needed God's guidance on something and haven't received it. And it's come in lots of different ways. Sometimes it's through something I read in the Bible. Sometimes it's through just a new idea that I have after I've been praying about something. Sometimes the wisdom is that I need to go ask advice from somebody else who has had more experience than me. And in all these different ways, I have felt God's guidance and I have seen God give me wisdom. So I just encourage you guys to think about, where do you need wisdom right now? Maybe you are kind of struggling with some self-discipline during this whole homeschooling and quarantine thing, and you need a little bit of wisdom for how to build good, productive habits while you're doing your schoolwork at home. Maybe you are wanting to have wisdom about how you can continue to be encouraging and loving witness to your friends and your teachers while you're not spending so much time in person with them. Or maybe you forgot until today that this Sunday is Mother's Day, and so you need some wisdom about a last-minute way that you can celebrate your mom. So whatever it is that you need wisdom for, I encourage you guys, take some time right now and pray about it and be on the lookout for how God is going to give you that wisdom when you need it. Bye.